Hello, fire signs, and welcome. It's Victoria with Victory House Intuitive Tarot. I appreciate you being here. If you're new here, an extra warm welcome, an extra warm hug. Sending all the love, light, and encouragement to you guys that I can. I hope that you're doing well. I do want you to know, fire signs, that you are going through some refinement. This is your October 2025 monthly forecast. This video will include Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And we will go in that order because Libra's birthday was first. So I always go every month with the birthday sign as my starting sign. So Sagittarius will be first, Libra's Scorpio, Sagittarius. Okay, next month it will be November 1st. And then fire signs will be first, etc. That way, Aries is not always first. Pisces is not always last. For those of you that know me, know I run a contest every month for a free 30-minute reading with me via Google Meet. That includes psychic messages, tarot, and mediumship. Those have been put on hold. I'm having neck surgery in November. So those, like I said, are being put on hold until sometime in the first of the year. So I will no longer be doing those, but please still continue to like and subscribe. There should be no issues with videos going out for the monthly forecast until the 1st of December. And then at a point, I don't know how videos will go because I don't know how I'm going to be feeling or how things are going to be working. So anyway, I do want you to know that I love you so much. That's coming from Spirit. I just feel them strongly present in the room. I feel there's a good message coming out for you guys. Something you need to hear, maybe something you may not want to hear is what I'm hearing, but there's some kind of affirmation here. I know that you guys are going through, and I'm an Aries rising, so trust me, I often go through a lot of the same energies as you do because my outward life is fire. My inward life is water. So I'm very introspective, sensitive, emotional, psychic, etc. as who I am as a person on the inside. But outward, like an example is I was very successful and made a lot of money and had a lot of wealth in sales and technology in my previous life before I was injured and went through something traumatic, which brought me to this life of finding myself, loving myself, being with God, knowing who God was, raising my energy levels to a higher level, and moving on from past burdens and trauma and sabotage and people just abusing me, hurting me, beating me, robbing me, raping me, whatever the case was, right? So, it's been a long time coming, thrown into the pit over and over and refined by fire. So I feel some of you fire signs are going through this refinement. You're coming into awakening and you're ascending. What does that mean for you? It means that, one, you're starting to see clearly your patterns and behaviors. You're starting to open up to who you are, what you're doing wrong, and how you're doing it. So you're starting to clearly see that the current way of life that you're living, the people that are in it, the environments that you're hanging out in, and your energy levels all at once, like how you think. Are you thinking positively, or do you think negatively or narcissistically or pessimistically, right? So how are you thinking? Who are you hanging out with, and where are you going every day? So all of that stuff is coming to a culmination, okay? And you're starting to see the shadows. Like, you may think that you're walking with God, but you really haven't invested or seen or personally established that relationship yet. I'm not condemning anybody. I'm not judging anybody. I was a walking so-called Christian for many years and judged many, especially the homeless, especially the drug addicted, alcoholics, etc. I'm still not a big fan of alcoholics because they caused so much brutality to my life. But God put me in many situations that caused me or resulted in me being non-judgmental. Okay. So just understand that these energies that are making you crazy, that are making you cry, making you scream, making you have a breakdown, it's all part of the plan. Like God's breaking that shell of negativity, of the past, of the old, of all the harm and trauma that you have had in your life. And He's turning it into something new. But, and trust me, I've been through this. Like, you get thrown in the pit, you crawl out, you're like, I can do this. I've been doing this for years. I can still do it. And God says, nope, back in the pit. You're like, what the hell? Why did I get fired from that job? Why did that happen? Why? Why? Because you haven't surrendered. And that's the whole key point to this whole story. So, anyway, we're going to see. I didn't expect this when I sat down to do this video, but that's where Spirit led me. All right. So, again, I'm bringing you lots of love and light and encouragement. I'm not here to judge you, to harm you, to create you to feel bad about yourself. This is all about love and light and encouragement. It's about lifting you up, about bringing you new energy. All right. So here we go. So again, we're starting with Sagittarius this month. All right. I'm feeling very led to these cards right here. So we're going to start with these cards. Water signs are out and earth signs are out for the month of October. So you can find those on Victory House Intuitive Tarot. If you have any Pisces placements, you can find me on the Pisces Only channel, where I do videos anywhere from 3 to 6 times a week. Sometimes 7 days a week, but I haven't had that luxury lately. I recently moved. Angels and spirit guides, please protect this reading. Please come forward for the sign of Sagittarius. By the way, Aries and Leo will be, timestamps will be down in the description box. All right, here we go. Okay. Well, you're trapped in your head with a lot of thoughts, but something's coming for you that's judgment. The bugles are hailing. You're being called to this. You're being called to something you're being called for. I don't know how else to say that to you, but that's how Spirit put it in my head to tell you. You are so trapped in your thoughts and your mind, and the only one that's putting you there is you. Why? Because you're hanging on to past hurts, past resentments, and all you can see is your pain, your anger, your hurt, your frustrations with life. And you're trapped in the in-between. You're caught between the shadows and the light. And even though you say you're living in light, you're not really there yet. You're not. Okay? A lot of you. I can't say that's going to be for everyone, because you're all going to be in different places. For a good portion of you, you're being woke up. This is like the rooster crowing in the morning. Like, look at the pictures. Find the message for you in those pictures. The rooster's crowing, the horns are beeping, the bells are ringing. Sorry, I can't speak. I'm dehydrated, and my water, I think, is across the room. But anyway, you're being called. You're being called to an awakening. What happens in awakening? Your energy's changing. You're looking at things differently. And the things from the past are going to start to float away. You're going to start getting angry at someone who said something to you that shouldn't be in your life. Boom, they're gone. This person, they're gone. That person, they're gone. This place that you visit regularly, you're not going there anymore. All of that is changing. A cycle is ending here. All right. Okay, Spirit. Yeah. There's something you're not seeing, and a decision needs to be made. There's something here about a relationship. So we got 2 of Cups in reversed. There's some kind of anxiety, blockage regarding someone that you were seeing in the past. It could be a family member or friend, but we got 2 of Cups, typically love or romance. You're tied up and not sure what to do about something in the love life. Whoa, okay. The Spirit has something to say. Holy shit, the whole top of the deck fell out. But I'm not going to take that. We are going to take these, though. We'll reshuffle, see what else comes out. I don't see a lot of arguing going on or communication. There's no need for you to defend yourself regarding whatever happened between you and this person. But you are holding back. Like, you're not contacting them, you're not talking to them. But there's some pain and disappointment over someone or something here. I feel a lot of it had to do with give and take. There was something that was holding you back from giving this person an equal give and take. Or vice versa. It could have been them. Oh, it's funny. I didn't even see this. Sitting on the top of the deck. Clear as day. Upright. I don't know how that happened. That was not there when I set the cards down. So overall energy. A little bit of unhappiness, unsteadiness, doubt, fears. What went wrong? And that's what I'm hearing from Spirit. What went wrong? What did I do wrong that took me out of something that was really good for me and put me into something that now I'm trapped in my mind? I'm trapped by negative. I'm trapped by demons. I'm trapped by the inability to see clearly, and I have blockages. And that's what I'm feeling here. All right. What's next? Otherwise, you're out in the field. You're acting like you're a player. You're acting like you're single. You're out there in, how do I say this? You're socializing. You're seeing different people. You're seeing groups of people. You're hanging out with different people. There's some kind of crowd here, and that's what I'm feeling, a crowd. You're hanging with a crowd, and you're acting like a single player, but in truth, yeah, you're acting like you have options, but in truth, you're not really doing anything. You're not doing anything. So funny. So funny. Okay, Ten of Swords. Ending a cycle of pain and disappointment. Something karmic is going on here. We've got the Justice card. Is this good karmic or is it bad karmic? What do we got here for Sagittarius? Page of Swords. Some kind of communication coming in. This could be you, the Magician. All right. Somebody wants to... Okay, Spirit Guides. I hear you. I see you. Someone you haven't been talking to. Someone that kind of left you in some kind of depravity, however you say that, deprivation. What's going on here? There's a feeling here of worthlessness. Who's feeling worthless? Somebody's feeling worthless. Interesting. Some type of behavior. I'm hearing bad behavior. Wondering if your past, your bad behavior, the things you've done in the past, what's that song? And I brought this up in another reading. Sorry, hang on. Jelly Roll. I'm a lost cause. Don't waste your time on me. Jelly Roll. In fact, Spirits, I listened to that song a couple times because I love it. I love the melody. I love the story of it. But the negative spirits were using it against me throughout the week. And Spirit has a tendency to talk to me through song. I often wake up hearing a lot of Christian songs in the morning about, what my message is for the day. But this week I heard... a lot of that Joey Rose song, Save Me. And one of the verses is, I'm a lost cause. And I feel that a lot of you are telling yourselves that. You're telling yourselves you're worthless. You're a lost cause. You're a tramp. You're not worth the investment of someone loving you. But the truth is, you are. Like, you can't let your past and all the trauma and burdens that encrusted you and shaped you, informed you in here, hang on. It's time to let them go. Hand it to God. Envision yourself pulling this shit out of your chest, putting it into your hands in a box, wrap it up, and lay it on the floor beneath Jesus' feet. I give all my burdens, my trauma, and the things that were done wrong to me, and I give them to God. There's something here about a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio woman. Could be male or female, but mostly feminine energy here. You're starting to see clearly here about something about someone that touched you in some way, crossed your path. Trying to make a decision. There's a lot of, it looks green, but to me, in the background, I see water, even though it might be tree hedges or something else. Okay, I'll let you look at it. Whatever that green is the back. But to me, it looks like waves of water. And you're trying to make a decision about this water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces again. I feel like you took some time to hibernate, is what I'm hearing. You kind of stuck yourself for a little while. Could have been through this Virgo partial eclipse that we just had last week. Today is the September 28th. Okay. Yeah. There's been a lot. There's some kind of inner work going on with you. This eclipse has been causing that. The Emperor. You have the ability to be an emperor. You really do, Sagittarius. You have the ability to make a lot of money. You may come from wealth. You may have turned down wealth. And you attract empresses, but your energy level is not there yet. Why? Because he or she, the person you're thinking about, has changed their energy levels. They're now in Empress position. They've learned how to love themselves, set boundary, be intuitive, understand who comes at them, who wants to use them, who doesn't, who's good for them, who isn't, who should be someone that's left at a lower energy level, and who is their equal. And right now, you're not there. You're not equal to this person. Why? Because you're upside down. So there's a lot of inner work here that needs to be done. I'm not judging you or putting you down because this person is at a higher energy level than you, has worked through the trauma of their childhood, of the things that have gone wrong in their lives. This person may also be older than you because you're showing up as a page, which makes you younger. How do you want this message to come through? Okay, so the first thing I heard was with love and gratitude. So yes, I'm not here to harm you. I'm here to love you, to give you light, to give you encouragement. And I'm also here to have gratitude. So thank you, Lord, for putting Sagittarius through any lessons that they are going through here. Thank you, Lord, for putting me through any lessons that I've gone through with any Sagittarius people in my life. There's some sort of evolving, is what they're telling me. There's an evolving. And I don't know why I'm being brought into this, but I am. There's a message here for somebody that's in my life. So it's coming out. And I don't mean to put that personalization on it. I can't help it. I'm a human. So don't take that the wrong way, right? This message is for you. But pieces of me are coming out in this message. So just go with the flow. Take what's yours. Leave what's mine. Leave what's everybody else's. I don't see any fighting here. I see a lot of defensiveness. I do see some poverty. I do see a water sign woman who's coming out of poverty. Someone who's struggled and gone through horrendous transformation. Yeah. They're not, they're cutting out the past. They're not letting that bother them. I mean, if you're truly interested in this person, I don't know why this message is coming out, but I didn't intend it to, but it is. Okay. The person that you're dealing with, that you have regrets over, that you feel you're not worthy of, has gone through fire. They have worked really hard to take themselves out of poverty, boredom, trauma, rape, whatever. Okay. This person worked really hard to bring some kind of happiness and joy into their life. They cut that shit out through a lot of anger, hurt, and pain. And when they look at you, they want the same for you. But because of their wisdom, because of what they've been through, they know that they can't be with you. They don't think of you as worthless. They don't think of you as negative. But they look at you and say, I've been through what you've been through, and I can't carry your burden. They're waiting for you to go through what you need to go through. And if you can work through it and you're both open at the time, they're willing to let you in. Okay, I don't know why that came out of my mouth, but it did. I don't usually give love advice, but I wasn't expecting that. But sometimes spirit just takes over. So, yeah. There's delays right now. Right now, it's not time to collaborate. It's not time to reach out. It's not time to communicate. It's time to work on you. Okay? But look at, there's a new financial beginning here. And I have some Sagittarius people in my life, and I've been telling them that they will be back on the job working by November. So if you're thinking about getting a part-time job or getting some type of work to raise you up a level financially, to give you more, that's great, because I feel Spirit's leading you there. But during this process, I also feel you're working on you, inside you, okay? Very strongly needed. What else for Sagittarius? All right, coming out of pity, coming out of self-sabotage, sacrifice. All right, new beginning in communications. You're going to call and apologize to someone, talk to them. Yeah, this is about a love relationship that went bad. There's some kind of new inner work, spirituality that you're going to bring up in the conversation. This is a slow-moving energy. I don't see it happening today. I'm not sure if it'll happen in October. It might happen in November. It might happen in January. It might happen in March. I don't know. We'll see. What is this slow-moving, steady progress? Yeah. You achieving victory. You working towards wish fulfillment. So October is all about you. And water signs had the same message. Water signs are dealing with a lot of fire signs right now. So a lot of you are intertwined in relationships. And I know this because I'm a water sign. And I'm also a fire sign. So, yeah. It's all about you this month. It's all about water signs this month. It's all about figuring out who you are, what you want, what you need. Is this really worth it? Is this person in my life worth it? Do I need this dark energy? Do I want to move ahead? It's all about do I? What do I do? Do I? This whole month of October is about you thinking clearly. So something's coming in to transform your mind. That's what I'm hearing. Anything else? Opening up. They're telling me you're opening up. Spirit's guiding you. Immersion. So I feel there are going to be times and places while you're immersing yourself into self or time with God. I feel more it's time with God. What else? Selflessness. Thoughtfulness. Thinking about self. So even though you're working on you, I feel there's a change in how you're giving. There's a less... Here's what I'm feeling. Don't take this the wrong way. You can be self-absorbed, egotistical. You're a fire sign. You're brave. You're courageous. You're cocky. I mean, I'm an Aries. I know. or I'm an Aries rising. But sometimes you go too far. And you go too far to hide that pain. What was my point here? So you are going into a new phase of spirit, opening your mind to you being open to others without ego, without selfishness. So you're going into a behavior or pattern of selflessness. You might be going into a behavior or pattern of thankfulness and gratefulness. I did this myself a couple years ago during my transformation, growth process of coming from self to God. Okay, so even though I have more boundaries now, more self love for myself, more maturity, less naivety, working on me and choosing what's healthy for me, you're going into more of a giving, thoughtful pattern with others. And that's where it starts. It starts with thankfulness and gratefulness. And so I bring this up because when I first started practicing thankfulness and gratefulness, I had moved into this apartment building. I didn't want to go there, but it was COVID and it was offered to me. And anyway, it was the right move for me at the time. It was not a good, healthy place for me to go into energy-wise, but it's where the Lord put me for about a year and a half. Anyway, when I first moved in, people just walked up to me and started handing me money or started saying, "Can I take you to the grocery store and buy you groceries?" Right? That's what happens when you start practicing thankfulness and gratefulness. Everything starts showing up for you and just appearing. I mean, it's a wonderful experience. It really is. To see God at work, when you show him how much you love him, how much you appreciate him, to see him at work, bringing you these beautiful, great things, especially when you're struggling and you're going through huge changes and you don't know which way to turn. Okay, so I don't see any significant love coming into your life right now. I feel like you're acting like, oh yeah, I'm the handsome, sexy, blah, 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 or I'm the beautiful woman and I can have anybody I want. Like, you're projecting that. But the truth is, you're doing a lot of flirting, but you're not doing a lot of action. Okay? Alright. Messages for Sagittarius, please. So you're ending a cycle in the month of October. You're going from your current energy levels, your current environments, your current people, and ending a lot of those. I'm not saying they're all ending completely because I know I've been through this process, so I can relate. But you are starting the process of letting people go. Letting places go. Yeah, there's a healing that's occurring within your mind and your heart and your soul. And you just need to run with it. But I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be easy. There are going to be bouts of screaming. There are going to be bouts of crying. There are going to be temper tantrums. There's going to be manipulation to get what you want because you're feeling all this frustration inside. All right? Your best energy, your best advice is to let it go, to breathe, to love yourself, take a hot bath, get a massage, whatever you need to do. Listen to your favorite songs. Sorry, my neck is killing me. I have to have neck surgery in November. This is your advice. Self-healing. I'm hearing self-healing. You need to heal yourself. You need to heal yourself. A lot of Gemini energy. I feel that a lot of you carry Gemini energy. They say you hate Geminis. So I've heard Sagittarius say that. Oh, I hate a Gemini. They're crazy. I agree. They can be. Unless they've, transformed and elevated. But most Geminis are a pain in the ass. That's all I got to say. Although I have Gemini in my house of critical thinking, which is my second house. The house of the mind, of the way I think. And Geminis are very analytical. They can be technical. But I only have Gemini in that second house. But Geminis can be very selfish, manipulative, narcissistic. Most of them are alcoholics. A good majority of them are. So just be wary of, who you're involved with. You're going to be getting things under control. You're going to have to dig for your patience because I feel you're a little frustrated right now. And that's this week. Like just from September. Okay, today's the 28th. So 7, 21, 22. Since Monday, the 22nd. It's been hard. Not just on your side, but a lot of sides. I've had a lot of my clients call me frustrated, screaming, crying. I've had friends call me. I'm sick. Everybody wants my time and attention, and all I want to do is lay down. And that's and there's a lot of frustrations too, especially with finding work, having money coming in. I've heard many people talk to me about how tight money was this month. So, all right. Positive thinking. Okay, so we have time to make decisions you've been putting off. What is it you're doing that you're not doing? I mean, this could be anything to your physical world, or this could be to your inner world. What changes need to go on here? Do you need to pick up your Bible? Do you need to get down on your knees? What do you need to do? Do you need to ask for forgiveness? Do you need to cry out to God to show you the way? Right? What do you need to do? There's a strong encouragement here to be positive, to change your negative thinking into positive. Quit the stinking thinking. I am worthy. I'm not worthless. I'm a child of God. I make him proud. I make him smile. Okay? And I'm not talking me. I'm talking you. Of course, I am talking me too. But all of us as human beings, we're spirits born as children of God. How we come into this world with our intentions is a different story. There's pieces of me that remember heaven, which has kept me grounded and kept me going through this life and all the trauma and the demon fighting and the just, like, people are like, well, you never served in the military, blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't, but I freaking fought in wars that were spiritual warfare. And let me tell you, they're just as painful and traumatic and harmful and deprecating as fighting in any physical war. Spiritual warfare is hard, and you have to have the tools and the knowledge to battle those things. So I feel there are some military here that are like, I'm so tired of fighting these battles. I'm so tired of hanging on to this pain. I'm so tired of feeling worthless, right? That's the enemy. That's the enemy. I don't like to say his name because when you say his name, you call him. Don't call him. He's the enemy. He's the dark one. But don't call him by name. Whew. This video is going longer than I wanted to. We're at 32 minutes. Is that correct? Wow. I was doing 15 minutes on each video, but we're at 32 minutes. Anyway, let's finish up. There's something here about a Pisces. Positive thinking is needed. There's Scorpio energy here too in winter. So I feel you're reconnecting with a Pisces in probably the next 2 weeks. So in the middle of October. Or the energies want you to connect, but I don't feel you are. Something's here. It's backwards. I don't know. Being used by somebody. Leo energy. Summer. What's this about? I don't understand this message. Okay. New doors are opening. What is this about? Okay. You're moving into... You're signing an agreement with someone. Okay, here's what I feel. Someone wants what you're achieving, what you're doing. They're trying to hone in on your business. There are new doors opening for you, and there's lots of help on your way. They're telling you to move forward because you're going to miss this opportunity. Get moving. Put your feet on the ground. Do what you need to do. I feel for a lot of you, you're looking for part-time work, or you're looking for some kind of work or some kind of job. I'm hearing job in my head. You're looking for a job. Quit procrastinating, because You're going to come upon something and somebody else is going to be with you at the same time. And your voice is going to get you the position. But then there's someone else behind you applying and talking you down and saying, I'm the better person for the job behind your back. So be careful. Whoa, okay. Spirit has spoke. You need to get a lot of rest right now. I feel your energy's down. There's some Cancer energy here. You could have Cancer in your sign if you're very sensitive. You do have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Most likely Cancer or Pisces, because Scorpios aren't as sensitive and they will sting your ass, where Cancer and Pisces will not. They'll walk away. But Pisces can be sharks. They will fucking bite you if you fucking hurt them. Okay. You've learned some lessons. You're going to start to see the viability of those lessons. Yeah. And there's some delays here about some kind of love relationship. I feel you want to reach out to someone, talk to somebody, tell them how you feel, tell them you made a mistake, make an apology. I don't really know. But I feel you want to do that. I can't believe we've been on this video call for 36 minutes. Wow. I think I'm just going to turn this into a Sagittarius reading. Yeah, a lot of negative thoughts flowing here. You need to slow down. Like, you're trying so hard to have this busy, fantastic social life. I have friends, I have this, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking to all these women or all these men, and I feel beautiful and handsome and sexy and blah, blah, blah. The truth is, there's really nothing going on. You're trying to make it appear that way. The truth is, you need a lot of rest. You need to be inside. You need to be internalizing. You need to be taking your power back. You need to be eliminating negative thoughts. And that's what's going on here. Okay. You're going to get what you want. There's a brand new beginning coming for you next year. Sorry. I'm having allergy problems. My eyes itching. There is a lot of work that you need to do because you're going to be getting things under control, working through yourself, your energies, your trauma, your negativity, whatever it is that's going on with you. Everybody's going to be different, but that's going to be going on now through May and June of next year. So realize that you got about a year's worth of work to get through. Okay. But there's going to be a big sudden change coming in here for you in October. There's going to be more money, more abundance. You're going to be happier. I feel like because I feel like it's because you're getting a job. And like I said, I had a Sagittarius in my life. I told them that November would be their month, that more money would be coming in. So I feel the same thing for you. As a Sagittarius, but get ready. You're going to be busy. You're not going to have much of a social life because I feel you're going to be concentrating on work. But I feel you're going to be happy, right? I feel you're going to be happy. I see a lot of you picking up your Bible too. So, all right. So I'm just going to make this video a Sagittarius video and not a fire sign video. All right. There's a solution to every problem. So I feel like there's some kind of frustration going on, something that needs to be handled, something that's blocking you on how to handle it. And you're like, I don't know how to approach this. I don't know how to deal with it. I'm trying to be diplomatic. That's what I'm hearing. Something about a change. How do I go about this change? Okay, so it's you internalizing. How do I go about this change? How do I remove this addiction? How do I remove this negative person? How do I remove this from my life? How can I get into a better life situation? Okay, we create habits and problems to fulfill a need. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. When I can find a positive way to fulfill the need, I can release the problem. So instead of turning to drinking or drugs or avoidance or too much socialization or TV or whatever it is you do to avoid what goes on in here and here throughout the day, it's time to eliminate those, and that will bring you positive changes. So work through your issues. Don't try to shuffle them under the rug, basically, is what's happening here. Every illness holds a lesson for me to learn. So a lot of you also are struggling with diseases, disabilities, etc. Spirits encourage you to use your mind to self-heal. Visualize yourself healed. My mind is a powerful healing tool. You are Sagittarius. You're one of the magicians. You have the power to manifest and create. Envision yourself completely completely, what was the word I was going to use? Completely well, completely whole. Visualize yourself completely whole. Sorry, my mouth is really dry and it's late at night, so I'm getting tired. So visualize yourself being healed, okay? So I want to send you a lot of love, light, and encouragement. If you want to know more about me, I have my description about how I am and what I do down below in the description box, along with my prices, my payment venues. I do have a $12.50 email question option. I do need like and subscribes. I'm one subscriber away from 500, which means once I hit 500, I could do live readings, which I'm very, very excited about. I've been doing this for 3 years. I have not made any money on this channel, right? And you got to remember, the readers out here are out here to make money, right? We're giving you all this information for free. Yes, I don't mind doing that because I'm a child of God. I'm here to bless you. But can you throw me $3 every now and then? Sure. Right? I'm not asking a lot. I'm not looking to get rich. I am in retirement age, so I'm getting ready to retire in a couple years. And I'm using this channel to make money for expenses that don't fall in line with Social Security, possibly having to go into a nursing home later in life, and for emergencies. So, because when you're on Social Security, I'm already on disability, but when you're on Social Security, you're limited. Even in disability, I'm limited, but I do okay. So I don't need a lot, and that's why I don't charge a lot. $50 for 30 minutes, one-on-one via Google Meeting. So you get to see me, you get to talk to me, you get to ask me questions. You design the reading. Psychic messages, tarot reading, and mediumship, which means if you want to talk to a mother, a father, a grandparent, someone that's passed over, I can do that for you. So that's all in the package for $50. It's extremely, extremely inexpensive. Related to the other readers out there, you're going to not pay anything less than $75, and you might just get a video with a reading, a tarot card reading, that is not personalized, right? They sit and meditate on your energy, but they're not talking to you. The best way to get someone's energy is to sit and talk with you, to see you, to feel it, right? So I have bought a reading from another psychic, and I got an email with the messages. Didn't even relate to my life. I was so disappointed, waste of money. So anyway, your choices, your decisions, but everything's down below. Take care, good luck, and love, light, and enlightenment, and have a good month. See you in November.